HJC i90. I bought it. I love the design of this thing. Look at that. It just has such a cool look to it. It does not fit my head. This helmet has an amazing white, gray, and black design. And with this being my first helmet, I realized looks aren't everything, because I wore this and it hurt my head so bad. I have a round oval head. There's the 3 sizes right here you can see. Mine's the big round one. And this helmet, when it sat on my head, it hurt right here and here, these 2 sides. And inside here, I'll show you, there's some padding, but I can see the 2 spots that don't have padding right there. See that? Those spots is where it was pushing. So my head was pushed up against there hard enough to where it was just enough pressure. It did not feel good. It actually gave me a headache for a solid day after I wore it. I'm sending it back, but I wanted to just give you guys a review, at least the functionality of it. So it's a modular helmet. It has a little latch up front, goes into place, and it holds. It's on there good. Latches down really nice. It has a little sun visor here on the side. Here's our sun visor. Ooh, look how cool that is. So cool. Little slide switch. It feels pretty good. It's a pretty small little lever here. So when you do use it with gloves on, I noticed that it's hard to feel for it and get it to work. Turn this to its up position, you do feel like a little lock right there. It kind of jumps a little bump. The visor is really robust. It fits clean and tight. This has positions. You can crack it open about 1 inch, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. Multiple positions, ultimately down. You have an air vent on the top that opens and closes, and this air vent in the front. I also noticed, looking at other helmets, this visor right here, if you can see in my hand, I've seen other ones where the nose plate comes up, and this doesn't seem to have that. The modular aspect of it is nice, and I think this is even approved to ride with it open like this if you wanted to. The clip on the bottom is the other thing that I thought was pretty average. So to get the visor off this, it looks pretty easy. You just have this little down pull. You pull that down and it'll unclick. Same over here, unclick, and then you can pull the visor off. This still has the protective covering. Like I said, I'm gonna send it back because it doesn't fit my head. And that's one of the biggest things I realized is the fit is the most important thing. Obviously safety. I have a certain budget I'm trying to stay within, and I saw some really great looking helmets. They were way too expensive. I personally just like the functionality of the modular helmets, just because on hot days I want to be able to lift up the front when I'm stopped at a stop sign or a stoplight and take a break and leave it up for a little bit. But I want full face protection while I'm riding, and I feel like the i90 and the HJC helmets, they have the look I like, but this one just doesn't fit. And I don't know if there's other models for different head shapes within the HJC line, but I know the i90, if you're a round oval, you might have a hard time with this, specifically if it hits right here and here on the top. I'm on my Honda Monkey 125, so I'm not even going that fast, so I didn't notice any high-speed issues with wind noise and stuff that I've heard other people talk about with helmet reviews and stuff like that. The thing I like about modular helmet like this, you can put it up and it makes putting it on way easier. So we got this thing on. I mean, it fits so good everywhere else. I'm so bummed. But yeah, right away, as soon as I get it and it starts to settle, I can feel it right here. There's pressure. Bop, 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 like that. Pull this down. And I want to show you this visor up. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool? I don't know. This is my first experience with helmets and stuff like this. I'm just like, that is the coolest thing. And the other helmet I picked up, which I'll do a little review on too after I get to use it for a little while, has the same thing, and I'm like, that's a must-have. That little flip-down visor. And then when you just click this little thing here, it pops up. And this thing does have a little Velcro chin wind protector that goes in here. I haven't opened it just because I'm returning this. The slides are really easy to maneuver. This one's super easy with gloves on, and I'm wearing winter gloves because it's winter. And this one too, really nice. I like the way that is. I mentioned before, but the reason I like these modular helmets is just the ease of getting it off and on. Oh, it's so much easier than a regular helmet. It's a small little opening in there. For those of you that care, this is the little chin thing that Velcros in on the bottom and some instructions. That comes packaged with a typical little bag. Pretty average, pretty typical, but just wanted to show you guys just so you know what you get. I'll do another video on the helmet I am wearing currently, and I'm gonna get some time on it, and so that'll be an experience review, and that'll be available here whenever that's ready. So be sure to check that out, and I'll put a link in the description. Thanks again for watching.